TIL the US state of Rhode Island changed its name in 2020, and was the first state to ever do so. I live in Rhode Island and voted against the change. The dumbest part, aside from the fact that plantation in the name had nothing to do with slavery, is that Rhode Island isn't most of the state geographically. Rhode Island refers to Aquidneck Island off the coast where Newport is. The Providence plantations are the towns on the mainland of the state, like Providence and Warwick. The name the state of Rhode Island and Providence plantations refers to the mainland majority of the state and the island Newport is on. It's so stupid to me that instead of people having the emotional and mental maturity to recognize that the word plantation doesn't have anything to do with slaves, they decided that a historical name had to be altered so people wouldn't be upset. I didn't even know Rhode Island had a longer name, and it seems most people didn't either. Especially with plantation in the name, you'd think it would have stirred up a lot of controversy to be changed. So there is a Rhode Island, and the mainland was Providence plantations, and the whole region was combined into the US state that was officially as Rhode Island and Providence plantations. The informal, colloquial name for the whole area was Rhode Island, but now they officially call it Rhode Island? Got it. Why did the name of the island get chosen as a state name and not the mainland part of the state? They also try to attribute the terms master bedroom and master bathroom to racism, but they're not the brightest people on the planet. Any word in the English language could be used in a racist tone if one has their ear tuned to constantly be a victim. I'd rather not play the victim because everything gets to be an ignorant, tangled mess. This article really goes out of its way not to tell you what the name was before it changed. State of Rhode Island and Providence plantations was the official name until 2020. Now it's State of Rhode Island. It's still difficult for me to remember that it's now called the Rhodonkey, but it's considered offensive to the residents if you don't. At any rate, it's good to see that they've been liberated from Connecticut, or whatever those guys are calling themselves now. I remember watching a skit on TV when I was young where it might have been a talk show. Well, the host is this line: Rhode Island is neither a road nor an island. Discuss. I didn't understand, but it made me laugh. Somehow remember this anyways. But in 2020, the proposal for the first time had the full support of the state's governor, who even ordered the long-form name removed from government-issued documents months before the referendum came to a vote. That's democracy for you. Interesting, had no idea. Makes sense to shorten it. But I don't like the reasoning some people used for wanting the change though. As the article explained, the word plantations had nothing to do with slave plantations. I am strangely unaffected by this fact. It's like the change did not affect my life at all. And I have traveled through the state and ever stayed several times in my life. I was hoping they had changed to something cool like Awesome Land, USA or New England Ninja Fortress. Now I'm disappointed. Seems like a real missed opportunity there. Yep. Used to be the smallest state with the largest name. I remember filling out the ballot. Personally I didn't care, but some of my family enjoyed the gimmicky nature. But Rhode Island and Providence plantations is inconveniently long. Yeah, length is totally why I would want to remove plantations from my state's name. So, Rhode Island changed its name to Rhode Island. Reminds me of when AT changed its name to AT, or KFC changed its name to KFC. What did it change it to? Well, it changed it to a totally normal name. And here it changed it to Cherry Dude. Shree Dude. Lol, is this coming from that other post where someone asked why it's called Rhode Island when it isn't an island? Referendum passed with 53 support and 47 against. The fuck? 47 of people are just against everything. Huh? I don't like Rhode Island. Why the fuck do they get the same amount of senators as California? Fuck Rhode Island. The real reason the government wanted the change was to save on ink for all official documents. True facts. So state of is part of the name? Are there people out there whose name is like Person of Fred Smith? But people around here just mush it into one word and call it Rhodeland. Sounds wild with the accent. State of Cookapoo Pee sure is playing the long con. Wait, part of Virginia changing its name to West Virginia doesn't count as a name change? I've lived next to Rhode Island for pretty much my entire life and I never knew this. Lol. They had one shot and didn't think to not call it an island anymore. SMH skill gap. The state quarter from early 2000 says just Rhode Island. I'm mildly disappointed. I think that was a Trivial Pursuit question way back when. Longest US state name. I learned it yesterday. I grew up in CT and had no idea they changed the name. The best kind of change, the one that doesn't change how stuff actually works. If it can be crossed in an hour or less on the highway, it ain't a real state. Damn article. At first, I thought the name was changed to Tiny Rhode Island. Before that was just Road, crying face. Now they've been outcast by society. What should we name other states? Michigan should be high five. So, was West Virginia the first partial state to change its name? So now it's state of Rhode Island and not just Rhode Island? It's like Tanzania changing the name of the country to Zanzibar. Can you believe they get 2 senators? 2 whole senators SMH. Holy shit, Rhode Island has a dead name, recess trans rights.